This is a discussion of Stardom hot takes and unpopular opinions for April 2025. Today I'm covering points of view that might not be mainstream, submitted to this channel by you, as well as one of my own. Hot take, noun, a piece of writing or speech, especially on the internet, giving someone's personal opinions about a topic. Usually strong opinions that have not been carefully thought about and that many people are likely to disagree with. I can't guarantee that we will all acknowledge the following statements as hot takes, but my hope is that something here will get us thinking outside of the box. If you find these discussions valuable, please give this a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. Also, I wasn't sure if those who submitted their opinions wanted to be directly referenced or not, so I've left these anonymous for now. If you submitted something here and would like to be named, let me know and I can pin that information in the comments section below. Here's our first one, a viewer submission. Momo Watanabe needs to leave Stardom. We all know that she could do so much more. This submission went on to say that Momo Watanabe should bet on herself and go somewhere outside of Stardom, somewhere that won't place such a low ceiling over her head. I think this depends on two major factors. One, how interested is Momo Watanabe in becoming a top star and top performer? And two, how long is she willing to wait for that to happen? To me, the signs are there that the ceiling is being lifted. Momo has been placed on the biggest stages, she just hasn't won on those biggest stages yet. With this year's Grand Queendom around the corner, with Stardom the Conversion coming back in June, and with the 5-star GP in need of big storylines, I think 2025 is the year that Momo not only turns babyface but also is placed on deck to start earning those bigger achievements. We have seen many wrestlers who have been loyal to Stardom for a long time break through between the year 2024 and now. Wrestlers loyal to the company like Maika, Natsupoi, Sayaka, Starlight Kid, and possibly Azumi in the near future. I don't think it's the case that Stardom doesn't believe in Momo Watanabe. I just think they've prioritized making other moves first. Has it taken too long? Almost certainly. But Momo Watanabe, who is 25 in the year 2025, should be getting unstuck this year. If not, then yes, there's a problem. Our next viewer submission. The booking of Maika after her historic 5-star GP win was a total disaster. I've talked about this topic a little bit with Meerkat Ultra when I discussed Stardom's worst booking quarter of 2024. That's when what is being referenced here took place, and I just think the booking in general was quite a mess at that time. Two main things I'll say about this. Stardom is at risk of devaluing their major tournaments. Maika won the GP last year, cashed in her win 2 weeks later, and got wrecked by the GP's biggest underperformer. This year's Cinderella tournament winner, Kurara, has lost momentum already. Her wish has been stowed away, and she is already losing matches to people she beat in that tournament. Furthermore, Maika's post 5-star loss to Tam Nakano is part of a pattern, maybe. Tam has beaten many wrestlers who were coming off of their biggest ever accomplishments. Tam beat Julia after she won the red belt. Tam beat Mina Shirakawa after she won the white belt. Tam beat Natsuko Tora after she won the red belt. And Tam beat Maika after she swept the 5-star. That kind of sort of ties into my hot take for today. The roster is being hurt by a lack of protected names and a lot of house show upsets. The most recent instance of this was Azumi pinning red belt champion Saiakamitani at a house show, which was followed up by no promo, no promoting of anything, and an undercooked reaction by Saya where everyone just walked out of the ring afterwards. If for some reason that specific example didn't bother you, trust me, there are many, many more. Sayaka Kurara, who insanely has beaten both of the red belt champions from hate, defeated Rana Yagami in the Cinderella, which was a win she's been seeking out for months and months. And then Rana comes back and gets the win back at a house show less than a month later. Wins are traded back and forth by just about everyone, and instead of making rivalries feel epic, it is having an adverse effect. The 5-star Grand Prix used to be the place for shock upsets and unlikely match results. That approach, that dynamic has been transported to the average house show, and it's creating a diluting effect. Save things, protect people, build to big moments. How big can a win really be when everyone has beaten everyone else, even on the smaller stages? Next viewer submission. Golden Phoenix is better than Phoenix Queen. I think this is one opinion that many will take issue with. And I'm glad someone submitted this first because I actually do agree. However, it does depend on what we mean by better. So there is absolutely an asterisk here. What specifically are we even talking about? First of all, Saiakamitani in any character role is absolutely killer in big matches and absolutely killer when it comes to in-ring storytelling on the grand stage. With that out of the way, the Golden Phoenix was a specific and focused character portrayal, in my opinion. The physicality was cohesive and well thought out, all the way down to the performance of a basic stomp. Watch her movements, how her arms would flail and flutter like wings, how her voice would shriek like a bird of prey. And the Golden Phoenix gave us an insight to some of the best aspects of Saiakamitani. Her vulnerability, her humanity, her ambition to be great, her nervousness along the way, her struggle, her various emotional moments. The Phoenix Queen, while still retaining a lot of great presentation, is undeniably more performative and arguably less defined. It's chaotic, insane, and it can oscillate in a lot of different directions. Again, I'm sure this is one that won't be too popular with the majority, and there is nothing wrong with that. Our final viewer submission, a Konami singles title reign is long overdue. As someone who has met Konami multiple times, I can definitely sympathize with this point of view. I think there have been a number of recent factors keeping Konami in an awkward place. Joining Hate put her in a very crowded faction to begin with, and leaning so heavily on her cheating gimmick has placed her at risk of not being taken that seriously. Konami, of course, got injured at Dream Queendom last year, pretty much the worst possible moment. And for other reasons, her big feud with Shuri has been delayed and delayed. Konami would make a good villain champion to overcome, shocking people with a win during her next white belt challenge. And that could be a challenge taking place against someone like Hazuki or something like that. But I don't think we are even close to that becoming a reality. More likely, Stardom would have to come up with a new type of singles title, one that is more martial arts focused, a UWF type of belt, something like that. What did you all think about these viewer submissions, and what did you think about my hot take for Stardom in April 2025? What hot takes and unpopular opinions pertaining to Stardom do you have, and which of the ones discussed today do you most agree with? Of course, which of the ones discussed today are you also most baffled by? If you found this discussion valuable, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel, or leave a comment to let me know what you think. Thanks everyone for your submissions, and thanks for watching.